Hey, good morning, Saginaw Bay ice fishermen and ice fisherwomen. This is meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the Frank's Great Outdoors in Linwood, Saginaw Bay weather forecast. We are starting to get to the point where the Arctic air is backed off, so we don't have a big temperature contrast between Lake Huron and the Arctic air, and that means we can pick times of lighter winds. We're going to do that. I continue to say that at least Saturday is a decent wind day. I make no claims about the safety of ice. You figure that out. But as far as the winds go, looks like a lighter wind pattern coming up. All right, remember, we watch the number of isobars as just a basic way to see the general wind, okay? And so what I'm going to show you is that we finally go into a northeast wind tomorrow, first northeast wind in a long time. Now today, not a terrible wind out of the southwest, and then the winds go calm tonight and switch to the northeast. This is tomorrow afternoon. Storm system to our south, that makes the northeast wind about 10 to 20 miles an hour into tomorrow evening, and then the winds die off toward Saturday morning. Here's Saturday morning, 1 isobar in lower Michigan. That's my rule of thumb, is 5-mile-an-hour gust for every 1 isobar. I'd call it a 3 to 10-mile-an-hour variable wind Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, fairly light wind too. Saturday evening, maybe the wind's starting to pick up 5 miles an hour. And Sunday morning, a south wind, let's call it up to 20 miles an hour. Certainly not as windy as it has been. Sunday will have a switching wind from south in the morning to southwest in the midday to west northwest in the evening. And again, what I want to show you is we get into, say, Tuesday, there's some light wind periods too. All right, so here are the exact numbers on the wind then. This afternoon we'll look at a south wind, I'll call it 12 to 20 miles an hour if you're out there a ways. Now, tonight, the winds die and then turn to the northeast by morning. This is tomorrow afternoon. We'll call it a northeast wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. That's a pretty, northeast wind is hard to have low wind speeds at this time of the year. Okay, sorry. Let's go back to this. So Saturday morning, south wind, not as light as I had expected over the last couple of days, but I would call it 5 to 12 miles an hour at morning, dying during the day. So the die-off is about 6 hours slower than what it's looked like over the last 3 or 4 days. So midday, this is 1 in the afternoon. West wind at a couple miles an hour to 10-mile-an-hour gusts. This is Saturday evening, still a fairly light wind. And then Sunday morning out of the southeast, we'll call it 12 to 20. Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. And again, like I said, we can start to pick out times like next Tuesday when it looks like there could be a light wind scenario as well. So here's your radar forecast. Nothing as far as snowfall today. Precipitation on Friday. It looks like the storm system. This is noon Friday. We may see rain on the southeast side of Saginaw Bay, Quanakee, Wisner, Seaboing for a couple of hours. Then that all shifts to the south and east as the storm misses us to the south. Total snowfall, little if any. And if we run this out 16 days, you can see it's pretty quiet weather pattern with just couple of inches of snow in the next 16 days. All right, now the bigger picture, what does it do in February? We do have some warmer weather that continues to keep showing up, so bear that in mind. So this is our storm Friday that misses us. There's the little bend in the jet stream on Sunday for a rain snow shower period, and then watch as the ridge develops, trough out west, ridge over us. So Wednesday and Thursday could be fairly mild. Cold front comes through. The cold air is still there, so the cold front still comes through. And now we're into next weekend, And it's still there with lobes coming down. It's still winter, so that's still going to have an easier time of displacing warm air than, being done with winter, so to speak. And we're not by any stretch. We go into the southwesterly flow. We continue to see that kind of evolving. So today we're 35 to 40 on the ice. Tomorrow we're 32 to 35, but windy out of the northeast. Saturday a little bit colder with high temperatures in the upper 20s. Sunday we go back to 35 to 40 on the ice. Monday about 35ish. Tuesday about 30. Wednesday and Thursday, we will have to watch as that ridge blows up if we get into a southerly wind. Now, this can be a little bit excessive. Be interesting if you see this on any of your apps. I think it just says that we get warmer. And then again, we still have plenty of cold weather. So the question is, are we building more ice than losing as we get into early February? It's a real close call. Real close call. I think we could lose ice a day or two and then gain ice back. So it's tough to say with this changing weather pattern. We're just going to have to see how it plays out in the next couple of weeks. All right, there it is, your Saginaw Bay weather forecast brought to you by Frank's Great Outdoors in Linwood. I'm meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, 36 years trying to figure out Mother Nature. Bye.